Welcome to another edition of Dan's Models with your star, Dan. So we have a Santa Fe unit here. This is, it's a GP something, right?
It's a GP35U.
Hey, I got it right.
Yeah. The U is Santa Fe's nomenclature for rebuilt units.
Oh, I see.
This started as a Kato model that I detailed and weathered and put sound in. It's got a Loc Sound Select decoder in it, and it's quite modified. The basic Kato structure is still there. I didn't it's still the stock cab and nose. I didn't change those or anything, but I did add Canon fans to the roof.
It's always a nice touch.
Yeah, the exhaust hatch is Canon, and this that's stock. The antennas are aftermarket parts. I think those are from Details West. I think they're photo etched antennas that they make, which are really cool. I put the air conditioner on. It's got an aftermarket horn. The little conduits on the roof are made with brass wire.
Oh, okay. Did you use those little eye bolts to put them in, or?
Yeah, some of those little eye bolt things are used to hold the conduits, just like on the real one. They have little, I don't know what they are, but they're kind of like a little clamp or something that fits around the conduit and holds it there. Also, this model has an interesting paint feature. This isn't a mistake. The war bonnet is interrupted on both sides, and what I think happened is that the grills were swapped side for side and installed upside down.
Yeah.
So that was actually a tricky bit of masking to do. And I also I actually faded the yellow paint on all but where the numbers are under the cab sides.
I was wondering if it was patched or something.
That's how this engine looked, and so I tried to reproduce it as nearly as I could from the photos. Santa Fe, for some reason, on their GPs, on the trucks, they removed the outside brake hangers and just had the inside ones. So I modified the trucks and did that. I don't know the logic behind that, but
maybe it's easier to get to them to work on them or something.
Could be, I don't know, but just about every rebuilt Santa Fe Jeep that I've seen has that. So we got the aftermarket brass sunshades. I like brass sunshades because they're nice and durable. If I was doing this with a plastic one, it would have snapped off by now. Also, I modified the sill a little bit because the Santa Fe original GP35s and GP30s were built with this larger piece that stuck down right here. But I cut this down. This is the emergency fuel cutoff switch, I think, on there now. I also added a little one of those little tags that they have for the I think it's an ACI tag or something they call it, but it's like an electronic tag so that when this thing goes by a reader, they can know that it's there. I like the Canon fans a lot. They actually, even though they're not new parts anymore, they still look a lot better than stuff that's even coming out of the factories on some of the more detailed models these days. I put all new grab irons on the back and up here. The grab iron that goes behind the last fan. Also, the handrails are all brass, except for this little part in the end right here with the chain on it. That's the original Kato piece that I drilled out and kept, but all of the railings and everything are brass. And the reason I did that is because the plastic handrails that came with these Kato GP35s are really oversized.
Oh, so they look clunky.
Yeah, they look really clunky. The actual, it's not the vertical so much, but the horizontal part is just way too thick and just looks really bad, I think. So, doing that made it look a lot better. I also did extensive modifications to the pilots, both to remove the footboards, which by the time this engine was running around rebuilt would have been long gone anyway, and also just to improve the look of them, because they're one thing. If Kato engines have or at least their GP35s and SD40s have a shortcoming, it's the pilots. They look kind of bad. So I even cut them down a little bit and remounted the couplers so that they don't stick out as far. On the front, it's got I guess on the back too. I put the MU cable in there. I made my own uncoupling levers. the reason I made my own rather than using an aftermarket part is because the brackets on these are on the outside, whereas the commercial ones, they have both brackets in the center part on either side. So there's four brackets that hold it on. But on the aftermarket one, they're all in the wrong place, basically. So I had to bend my own, because in the aftermarket one, there isn't enough room to stick a bracket on the outside of it. They don't give you enough. There's like a little bend, and they don't give you enough room. So
well.
I had to do that with some brass wire, put wipers on the windshield. Also made the number boards independently workable from the headlight, so that you can light them up, either way when it's going forwards or backwards.
Yeah, what's cool about this is, I think if your hands weren't there holding it, it looks real.
Yeah,
the level of detail is nice.
I really try to make them look as much like the real thing as I can.
Yeah.
And I even did I'm not sure what the purpose of. I don't know if you can see this little fuel filler here, the red thing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a little thing that looks like a wire going down to the tank.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that is, but a lot of engines have that. On this one, they were painted yellow, or appear to be painted yellow anyway. So I did that. So sometimes I don't know what it is, but I model it anyway.
Hey, if it's there in the pictures, right?
Yeah.
Do we get to hear this thing and see it run?
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing, this actually has now I may technically have the wrong sound in this because I used a 567, which is the correct prime mover, I think, for a GP35, but it's the non-turbo version, even though this is a turbo-equipped locomotive. But I just like the way this thing sounds. Probably would be more appropriate for an F7, but I think it sounds pretty cool.
All right, well, I guess that's it for this version of Dan's Models. Join us next week.
Yeah. See you later.